Opening statement again. We're now in the regular portion of the meeting. The regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Goshen Central School District for today, Monday, October 19th, 2020. Due to the abundance of caution in regard to the spread of COVID-19, in accordance with Governor Cuomo's March 12th Executive Order 202.1, the next meeting is being held in the District Administration Building and live streamed through Zoom and YouTube. Next on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of meditation. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. Next on the agenda is the financial update. The Board of Education acknowledges the Treasurer's Report for July 2020. President's Report. People for tonight, we're going to have a presentation from our search firm. We welcome everyone to our meeting. Cool. I know Martha has an update for us. Next on the agenda is the legislative update.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a heck of a lot happening in Albany. I think they're still waiting for the federal government to let them know what they're going to do. I did attend the OXPA meeting on October 7th, and I found it a very interesting meeting. Mary Alice Kovich, who is the Prevention Program Coordinator for Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Council of Orange County, spoke. She discussed how timely it is because, unfortunately, due to COVID, there have been increases in abuse of drugs and alcohol. She talked about the fact that they have a number of school-based programs. They have a prevention team, if a school district invites them in, who works with the school team. And the goal is something that they call a restorative model, where they want to meet with the teenager, the student, the two teams, the school team and her team. And it was really interesting because one of the first things that they want to do with the student is to set goals. And for example, you might say to a student might really want to be in the school musical or be on the tennis team. And the student then would discover that drugs and alcohol are inconsistent with that goal. And essentially, they want the student to discover why they want to change. Then one of her colleagues spoke about the Stop DWI, and they also tie in the idea of not texting, distracted driving. And then they have another group, the Family Support Navigator, where they provide information, literature, and techniques and strategies that parents can themselves utilize to help their students get clean from alcohol and drugs. And then she mentioned one of the things that her group kind of really likes to avoid, if possible, is suspension of a student. And she contends that when a student is suspended, they are not, first of all, within the school community getting the support from the school, but they are kind of back out in the world or the community, their local community where problems may exist. And she gave an example of this. She would love to have every high school in the county become what they call a recovering high school. In other words, a high school that supports students who have um, fallen into the drug and alcohol abuse trap. And I'm quite certain that we probably have a number of programs here in Goshen. I know there are a number of BOCES programs that address it. And she did mention a model recovering high school in South Portland, Maine. And I think that, as I said, her main goal is to find support for the students. I did send you a lot of the handouts that were given at the meeting. We all attended virtually, of course, to that meeting, but I felt that perhaps you'd find them interesting. There were really a lot of good information. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. If not, I felt it was an evening well spent, and I learned a lot.
Great, Martha. I did go through the handouts that you sent through the email there and found them very informative. And we appreciate you attending that and sharing.
Thank you.
Any other comments for Martha?
I think that's it.
Thank you, Martha.
Next
Next
on
on the
the
agenda is the superintendent's report.
Mr. Connor.
Thank you for the resolution. Members of the board, just want to bring you and let you know that this is board members school board recognition week, and Henry Freeman took the lead this year, and working with all of us. We put that in some goodies for the board tonight. So we just want you to know, I know there were a lot of them trying to fall, but really works hard. He's endless about the time and energy, and always stepping up to the task. Congratulations every week. Director of Facilities. I just want to let the board know that on your agenda tonight, we have page 3. And of course, the board, many changes we meet in the last meeting. And Jim will really approve tonight, but you'll notice that this is just that you won't be able to start this Monday, the 30th. In the meantime, we do have someone that has this issue. I think you know that it's been a long time. Answer questions or concerns. Jim's last day was Friday, and it was in the bush. I know was difficult for him, but Jim is one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever worked with, and we will miss him. To have his expertise throughout the capital project, everything that ever happened, he always seemed to know who to call and how to get the answers. So we wish Jim the best. Jim Riley, once again,
I did have a chance. Sorry,
Did you?
I did have a chance to call him on behalf of the board to thank him for his service.
Yeah, that was good.
And then to wish him well in retirement. And he was very appreciative of all the support the board gave him. He wanted me to tell the board that. And he sounded a little emotional.
Ooh, yeah,
He sounded a little emotional. So we wish him well.
but
And thanks, Superintendent, for hiring another Jim to make it easy on us.
yeah. Always step up for a great job here on the commission. Next is pleased to announce that SAS Sketchnote PTO really stepped up to almost $4,500, and so they will come up with $4. That's down for it's going to be our PTOs and all of those do an outstanding jobs. But other than that was my report. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And on behalf of the board, we thank the administrative team from top down to all for the recognition and the kind gifts. And the feeling is mutual. We appreciate all your hard work as well. And I think we work well as a team, which is most important.
That's it.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Next on the agenda is the Assistant Superintendent for Business Report.
Which via Zoom.
Good evening, and I just want to also acknowledge the efforts of the board since I can't be there to do it personally. So thank you for your time, and we know that you're underpaid. The only thing I have to add to that is there is another budget transfer this evening before you, and that is, as you've seen in the past, it's just a reclassification so that we can charge that to the FEMA grant. It is COVID Chromebooks, and you'll continue to see things like this throughout the school year and through the end of the grant period.
Great.
I don't know if there are any questions.
You're well.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, Personnel, and Technology, Mr. Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Pucci, and good evening, everyone. Just a couple of quick updates for you among many things that we have going here in the Georgia Central School District. We continue to do our best in moving forward and continue to offer great opportunities for our students. As you know from past conversations, our focus has been predominantly about providing those learning opportunities for all learners, of course, but in particular, many of our struggling learners and their unique needs. So in working with our PBS department, very happy to speak about iRead and System 44, which are two programs that take a multi-sensory approach to literacy, which will help us to, enhance our specially designed instruction in some of those P1, 12-1, 8-1 classes. And again, focus on semantic awareness, vocabulary comprehension, with large components that are software-based, but also involve your small group instruction, your whole group instruction, and also provide significant reading opportunities with high interest level text that are age appropriate and developmental appropriate. And once again, based on the unique needs of our learners. This is a big step for us because it also combined with the efforts that we put in for what we're doing in wisdom trained individuals. So this is yet another program that we'd like to offer to our students. And once again, I'd like to thank Heather Hendershot and Melissa Marino for all their hard work in helping us to work through this with keeping us in licenses. This is a K-12 initiative. So what we're doing is starting off with 60 licenses. We're breaking them up evenly throughout the buildings. The iRead program will be a K-2 program. The System 44 program will be a K-12 program. The nice thing about these two programs in working with student Mifflin, it also leads us on a continuum to what we hope to achieve with bringing Read 180 into our school as well. So these licenses will translate immediately into Read 180 applications, which is exactly where we want to go in the very near future. So this is essentially step one in working with student Mifflin to bring this into our Also want to mention our social emotional learning committee. Thank you to Matt O'Brien. Dr. O'Brien has worked tirelessly together committee to look for some great pieces of curriculum and programs to bring in, and also some screening tools. And at this point in time, beginning on Wednesday, October 21st, we will convene the committee, comprised of myself, Dr. O'Brien, and all of our clinicians within the district that have a large part in providing social, emotional, and mental health services to all of our students here. And also, the neighbors will be joining us who have a very large part in mental health first aid training and helping all of our district employees become more aware of the signs of the need for mental health and also social and emotional learning. So I'm very excited about that. And finally, I just want to mention that Jim's there, and John Ryder and I, we're working to advance our technology, to continue to stay ahead of the curve. Jim's there has put in a lot of work and effort to upgrade the G Suite Enterprise for Education, coming off of, what we had as the free program and now moving into the enhanced G Suite Enterprise for Education. I do have a list of those upgrades. If you'd like to see those, I can pass it around. But this is coming, probably within the next week or so, which is great. And then also, the three of us have worked to try to quickly integrate Google Classroom into School Tool, which will help our teachers to let's say, access School Tool a little more quickly, and also integrate all of their rosters and grades immediately into School Tool from Google Classroom. So that integration should help us do things with a little less effort and free up some more time to do some other important things. So we're excited about that. Yes, absolutely.
Is that providing us a little bit more support?
Are you speaking about the G Suite Enterprise?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a little bit more security enhancements. There's a couple of more communication pieces. Then there's a couple more enhancements on the true education side, where we're looking for authenticity in some of the student generated works and like pieces of literature that they're handing in, which we also have other pieces of software that can assist. For that full list, again, I can pass that over for you, and you can also put that into an email. As far as stability and performance, I feel as though we've come a long way since that first week of remote learning with just some simple network tweaks as far as settings. But I think we're in pretty good shape there. I'm not sure that this would add or enhance the stability pieces of it. I think we're already there. More importantly, I know, as we have talked in the past, BOE is working through that enhancement of the 11 gig burst, and they're not even close to popping off of that. So that's just another enhancement that we will all, in the county that's subscribed to BOE, take advantage of that. That's more on the stability side. But then also, we did go through with that order as we had discussed, and it started to trickle in, along with some laptops that we purchased for our teachers to utilize that are also more powerful. So that is certainly more along the lines of enhancing stability for performance. Yeah. Thank God.
Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. Any motion? Right. Be resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education approves the consent agenda as presented. All in favor? Opposed? We do have some old business, 12.1. The motion to adopt the 2021-22 budget development calendar. Any motion? Martha? There. Be resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Board of Education approves the adoption of 2021-22 budget development calendar. All in favor? Opposed? Move on to new business, 13.1. I brought this up, appointment of our new director of facilities. Any motion? Judy? Mike? Be resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Board of Education appoints James Cruz, director of facilities, at a gross salary of $122,000 prorated, effective November 30th, 2020. In accordance with civil service rules, this appointment is a probationary appointment in effect for 52 weeks, effective November 30, 2020. He is replacing James Black. All in favor? Opposed? 13.2. The motion for approval of minutes and transcription for October 5th, 2020. got Martha and Mike. Be resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Board of Education approves the minutes and transcription, the October 5th, 2020 regular board meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
13.3. Very generous donations on the Scottsdale Elementary PTO. Any motion to accept the donation and authorize increase request? Be resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Board of Education accepts a donation from the Scottsdale Avenue Elementary School PTO in the amount of $4,447.12 to fund water bottle fill stations and schools. Be it further resolved, the Board of Education approves increasing the 2020-21 budget by $4,447.12 to support the associated expenditures. Appropriations totaling $4,447.12. Water maintenance supplies code A1621.2452.07, and revenue totaling donations for the same amount, and the total being A2705. All in favor?
Aye.
So. We thank the, yeah. 13.4, I need a motion for to approve agreement for services for Manhattan Psychology Group PC. Mike? There. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education approves entering into an agreement for services with Dr. Chelsea Rhodes, Manhattan Psychology Group PC, to provide consultation services to special education students effective for the 2020-21 school year as follows. $450 per hour rate up to the required hours of the student's IEP. $3,000 for a daily rate to be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. $2,000 for a half daily. Be it further resolved, the Board of Education authorizes the superintendent. All in favor?
Aye.
13.5 is the motion to approve budgetary transfers. In her report, Chromebook, the order is 420. Yes, sir, right? 420 Chromebooks online. And we will control the line and hopefully the team will read it. Any motion? Right. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education approves the budgetary transfer dated October 13, 2020, in the amount of $176,211 related to the unbudgeted purchase of Chromebooks for students during COVID. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote. Next on the agenda is board member issues.
I just wanted to thank the administration and all the staff. During the time, stressful time. We had to pivot from in-house learning to completely online. And we're not a technology company, we're a public school system. And regardless of all the headaches we've had going forward, I think you guys have done a great job mitigating issues and answering the call to get things up and working. So,
Next on the agenda is our presentation from our distinguished guest. We welcome April Van, Dr. Joseph. Good to see you guys again.
Very good to be back.
And for leaders, you guys all lined up.
Jonathan, how are we gonna do this?
I can share your presentation.
Put our PowerPoint on the screen?
Do you want that on the screen? All right. Is there cabling up there for that? How do you want it here, Maureen, and stream it, or how do you?
Well, sometimes they hook it in, but sometimes
You want to see that? Big one, the great one. It's like dinner, you know, right after. Pop in between. You'll get the 250 today, too. You're right. Or Zoom 30. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one, we have an email too.
Yeah.
Share everything that it
We'll
says,
share up to them,
so the community can see it, you guys have access to it.
Yeah.
We want to have it on stream. I can do it, that takes other.
You want them on the same or you want? Okay? Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I mean, we can.
So we're gonna live stream it out, and we got copies of it, so.
You guys can stay there? Oh, okay.
And you have all copies of everything, you know, take that photo to you.
Email it.
That's just my computer, I'm letting you do that.
That's okay.
And Jonathan, should I really want to? What?
Sure. I have the presentation up here.
We're ready when you're ready.
Okay, so I just want to thank everyone for welcoming in back tonight. We had great interviews with focus groups, with the board, with the parents association, with the unions. And one thing is very exciting, people are very committed to motion. And people are committed to feel deeply about motion. There's a history here. People come back to live here, and it's just such a deep care. And that's what we have found to come to appreciate that it's a caring community. They care about not only the community, but the kids. When the kids grow up, and they care about their kids. It's a wonderful evolution. We're thrilled tonight to present our profile of the candidate. We think that we're not going to be shy on wonderful candidates. There's going to be quite a bit because it is a very attractive place to work, very supportive community. So with that, Franklin, you started off with going through the survey results, what we got from the survey, and I'll come in with you over it, and then we'll go
So what you see before, so you can get accurate and clean, you have the public tonight we're going to be taking a look at all of the survey results, so the agenda per se is for us to present a summary and analysis of the survey results. We'll be doing that both in terms of cards and in terms of your work. After I finish up, Mike will then present a summary of the stakeholder informed data that we received. We were both involved in that process, and as Mike said, it was very interesting to see the team people, and I think what you're going to see is those opinions align very nicely with the site and the survey with us. At the end, we will be providing an initial draft, operative phrases draft, for ultimately search that the board is basically running. We are releasing that as the search format. And of course, we'll have full opportunity to add to the and modify. We'll also, well, actually, we have provided already some advertisement options. The nature of advertisements today very different than it was in the previous one. Many more electronic sources, and that information is spread out to that candidate. Kind of an overview. The survey is comprised of 16 questions. It's requiring ratings from most important to neutral, and not too important and not at all. Respondents indicate their group status as meaning of parents, teachers, support staff, students. Let me just stop for a minute and say many districts do not include the students, and kudos to the Goshen. That's Mike and I think that was very, very nice. In addition, community members and administrators. The survey results were disaggregated by group. Tonight we're going to be looking at an aggregate report. And that aggregate report takes a look at everyone who responded. I'll be talking to you about and then an analysis of the stakeholders and the community forms will be presented with one by Mike. So let me take a look at some survey results. So the first you see is this aggregate report. The aggregate report worked beautifully for us because there wasn't much in the way of variance between the aggregate and each of the subgroups. That we always like to see because it makes managing the reader a lot easier. We always like to take a look at which responders got the strongest and the weakest response. And a weak response does not mean necessarily a negative thing at all. It just means that that particular question was worded in such a way that people felt that it wasn't really as important as some of the. So when we take a look at it, we weigh it, so to speak, with regards to questions that were most important and very important. And those that were most important, where that was the predominant response, were questions 3, listening to the concerns of students, staff, parents, and community. Question 4, having a clear vision of what is needed to provide exemplary education for students, creating a positive climate for all segments of the system, and increasing the academic performance of all students, and all is the operative phrase there. And as we interview candidates, we're going to press them hard on their ability to document how they document that information. Communicating effectively both orally and written. Showing experience, confidence, and commitment to continuous improvement, and having the ability and the willingness to continue. So if we take a look at specific questions, so slide number one, or question number one, just ask people to choose the group that best describes them. And results here are amazingly consistent across any district that we have worked. And that is that basically parents generate the greatest number of responses. Followed by teachers. Community and support staff are usually somewhere in the middle. You can see that our students couldn't respond in big numbers, but I think the group shown that they had that opportunity. Put that into place. Administrators always take up the rear because they're the smallest in numbers, and they always are the number one. So as I said earlier, tonight we're going to be taking a look at that aggregate study. However, each group's complete data will be posted on the website. So we'll see not just the aggregate, but we'll see the same questions answered by each and every group. If we go to slide 2, before we do that, the best pictorial of that is to see the graph. You also got a picture of what but we will always quickly show the numbers and see. Question 2 asked about being a veteran school district superintendent. Again, Dr. Rose there is superintendent. And what we found is that important and very important, counting about 44% of the votes. And you can see graphically a very predominant neutral vote. Certainly not negative, for the most part, but neutral. So that says a lot. I think for us, we often welcome this opportunity because it says that we're going to be able to cast a real big net and take a look at a lot of different candidates, and not just the veteran school district. Slide, and again, the same information. Question 3, listening to the concerns of students, staff, parents, and community. Again, that's another one where you have the start of a group of very high scoring. This is number 1, the high scoring. Question is about 99+% of people applying the most important. The numbers again. Question 4, having a clear vision of what is needed to provide an exemplary education for all students. Vision, again, is a very, very popular and important one. This one, again, is solid on 98+%. Question 5. Creating a positive climate across all segments of the school community, and another big vote getter, if you will, to say, but this one at 95% plus. Question 6, increasing the academic performance of all students, and as I said, always with that. We will trust candidates in terms of what all means for them. So it's far more than just an national society, has to include youngsters who truly work hard, but struggle. It's something that's going to include our students with special needs. What we're hearing more and more loudly is concerns from parents that they want to be sure that the kids in the middle, quote-unquote, kids in the middle, these kids who work hard, but that's kind of their academic niche, that they're going to be able to receive both challenging instruction and supportive instruction. I mean, most of all, that's the things that kids in those candidates have a track record that having done it. Question 7, possessing strong financial skills. And here you start to see, while let's say about 80% of the people felt that to be most important or important, that youth was about 19%. Very often there's a belief that the main thing that a good superintendent needs is a good business leader. And they might both specify the fact that good business leaders get all out of the company. There's no doubt about that. However, a good superintendent has to be that engineer. Has to know those linkages and where to come to short for those. It's like playing chess, there's got to be a couple of steps out ahead for each and every move. So again, an important finding on that. Question 8, positions with strong skills in the areas of personnel, recruitment, and retention. The same thing when we take a look at most important together, you're looking at about 86%. Recruitment is important because in some key areas there's just not a lot of candidates. And I remember as a young assistant principal when I first went to first year the district had to sign an agreement with the teachers administration because they couldn't find the city. And so I was an assistant principal, and I had to teach the lecture of two physics classes. And that was a long, long time ago. Today, I was there to say, looking for a physics teacher, it's still there. So that idea of taking a very hands-on approach to personnel, recruitment, and retention, how do you keep that? Good people always do it away by other business. So it's an important one, and I'm glad to see the results as soon as good. 9 speaks to communicating effectively both orally and written. Again, the aggregate there is 95% plus. So that's another very, very clear mandate in terms of public opinion. Slide 10, showing experience, competence, and commitment to the concept of continuous improvement. That's a up-and-coming item for districts, as we all learn to appreciate that no matter how well we do improvement, we can always do better. And this is the epitome of it. So again, in terms of 10, we're showing about a 95% response in terms of important and then today you will probably more time than that. Understanding the linkages between finances, long-range planning, academic goals, and school budget. Seeing the whole picture. And again, now more than ever in terms of the fact that this was really financially restrained in terms of expenditures, COVID, et cetera, we are getting some funding, and quite sure how much we're going to get and how that's going to translate in terms of ultimate needs. So in terms of this one, 11, we're at about 95% employment and very important. Well, recognizing and celebrating diversity and students and staff. You did extremely well in my opinion. The most important aggregate of about 79%. That's on the high range of this district. We've seen responses to that particular question. But 79% that is a very indication of this community. I've said that many districts receive those numbers. Here you could take a look at the other end of this and say, on average, 4 or 5 people. And again, kudos but I just want to ask a question. I just wanted to- Thirteen. Involving stakeholders in decision making. Most people would think, boy, this is going to be one that would really go off, but it never does. It never does. And we see a big need for it. And we can expect it, because I certainly something that elected something. But it's the type of thing where most districts think they can score really high. Whether they have a lot of this or don't yet have a lot of it. So for some reason, those scores in the mid-70s range is where a lot of it. Maintaining a positive relationship between the board and the superintendent. About 82%. Pretty consistent with the other side. And again, we could speculate what mutual people think, and those who voted not to. It's very, very small numbers. We're looking for that. But they're not going to agree on anything. But have a positive relationship. You can respect in a meaningful way someone who is different. Really meaningful. 15 has earned or is actively engaged in community doctorate. He is a great with a predominant response. If there's one question that varies a lot from and I would say to the public also, that we don't come with any serious questions. We're looking at meeting or life, we can example they have, and boards always kind of pick and choose a bit and then add some of their own. But regardless of the district, this varies community. So here you see folks that are 8% people say that the candidates have been, we've been in districts where not only was there very mandated that they wanted someone in the doctorate, in some cases, in the schools that they'd like to have graduated opinion. This also, to be quite candid, helped us also. Because again, there's an opportunity to round out that student with a lot of that we think is really important. And last question, having the ability and willingness to think outside the box. If there was ever a timely question in 2020, it's possible. And, long before COVID, this question was extremely popular. Because it goes beyond what you would normally receive as a means to work in all areas, to work in the field of Richmond, truly see outside the box, to be able to get out there and teach people, get the brightest students, provide the best. So this is our first step in creating the profile of characteristics that will be the board's consideration. The profile is basically going to shape the ad, right? And it's going to shape the interview questions that we so the profile is really very important. We suggest to districts all the time that, we'd like to put so much in an ad, but two things. Number one, you can't enforce and make it that big, right? Number two, you probably don't want it to be big. So more and more what districts are doing is they're taking the ad and putting the key profile component parts and referring the candidate to the website where they're looking for them. It might be a wonderful summary of that's something that so I would just ask the board relative to the survey of 300 questions.
No,
I was curious how students were chosen. Were they just giving it, I mean, considering that to think on kids were school, how did you come up with students?
Yeah, we did not. The survey, it just did the actual survey, yeah, we didn't.
So that was, so there was an open invitation for them to do it. And they, students, 61 students paid to do it.
The high school, I believe it was high school, but we weren't actually doing that.
They brought that, so if you want to fill it out. Everybody had the opportunity to do it.
That's a nice, the high school, students from high school, the students and parents, students are very apathetic. When it comes to that, they don't remember who the superintendent is. And I said, then you said, you said it, that's by and large. And I want to say that about Mr. Thomas. He's at every event, every school, he's all over. They know who he is.
And if there are no other questions, let me add one thing, to say that, let me get the exact figures. Survey Monkey is a great book because it produces reports that are really very, very easy and the graphs are good and the data on. This district has 1,232 people who use the survey. And Survey Monkey always reminds you is the person who used the survey is, you know what, I'm going to do it. They go down, right, and then they come back and they do it again. So there's always a disparity. And you'll see in some of the cells that will say number skipped. It's a couple hundred people, right? Yeah, and so feel comfortable that discussing Survey Monkey like that. That brings us down to just under 1,000 active attendants. For this basic size, that is really good. Let me turn it over.
With the right hand, that's not only the one to be on the board, so. So the question is, how do we take all of these hundreds of comments and make sense out of it? Because it's like a whole mishmash of information. And the key is we use qualitative research. It's like an ethnography. So we start and we look at themes. We look at recurring themes. Then we look at actual coding, which is links and relationships within the themes. So we go on, which starts to make sense. And so we start out with 18 words that jumped out during the comments. The first thing that jumped out is you need someone with exceptional communication skills. And like I said, after that, probably was more revealing about Logan than that comment. Because this really, and it came out later by a few people that said, this is no easy job. We're a tough community. We're knowledgeable and we're demanding and we have high expectations. And that came out with the first comment.
And it was not that they want someone with exceptional skills, they want some evidence of exceptional skills. That was a big theme throughout. Like I was in Missouri, the show me state. Show me, prove it to me. As evidenced by what? With the proven track record of, with the history of. So that was also a recurring thing that I want to tell you from the start. It's a pretty evidence-based community. They're looking at, is the person relatable, approachable, easy to talk with, a good listener. Now, number 3, it's two sides of the same coin. They want someone who's a stake in the community and/or will enhance the Goshen community. 4, the creative and innovative. 5, now, I'm cheating a little, I'm throwing more than one word, but you can include on the relationship. Strong leadership and vision that will inspire and motivate. Prepare students for the ever-changing needs of the 21st century. Forward-thinking, systemic leader who creates an environment that is proactive versus reactive. Somebody who's trustworthy, respectful, and honest. Number 9, transparent in all actions. 10, someone with financial acumen. 11, committed to continuous improvement. 12, understands inclusive equity and diversity. 13, a collaborator who seeks and values input and feedback. 14, student-centered educator, strategic and deliberate in planning and programming. 15, consensus builder among students, staff, administrators, parents, board members, and community. 16, student-centered for children first in all decisions. 17, understanding diversity and equity. 18, good listener. Now we go and look for the relationships between these themes. And within the first one, I saw in 1, 8, 11, and 9 that they were all revolving around high personal, moral character, and integrity. We have the exceptional communication skills, relatable, good listener, high expectation of high visibility, able to navigate the high expectation school district. 8, 11, the trustworthy, respectful, honest, transparent, mindful of community without children. In the schools, number 9, the equity and diversity. There was one huge theme that took too long. The second was revolving around themes 9, 10, 15, 17, and 18, which was communicator, consensus builder among the student, staff, administrators, parents, board members, community, the equity and diversity, the collaborator who seeks and values input and feedback, listener, open-minded, collaborative, consensus builder, when appropriate, each she makes the difficult decisions, explains the rationale. Third theme that came out was strategic leader, which were themes 5, 7, 6, 10, 12, and 13. Strong leadership and vision that will inspire and motivate, prepare students for the ever-changing needs of the 21st century, committed to continuous improvement through strategic planning and systems thinking, forward-thinking systemic leader who creates an environment that is proactive versus reactive. The fourth major theme is educational philosophy, themes 3, 4, 5, 7, and 16. As a stake in the community and/or will enhance the Goshen community, creative, innovator, strong leadership and vision that will inspire and motivate, prepare students for the ever-changing needs of the 21st century, forward-thinking, systemic leader, student-centered educator, improve and strengthen academic excellence for all students in all disciplines. And there was another theme within that, excellence should be equal among the arts, athletics, and academics. All three should be taught with interchangeable as like the cornerstone of the district. And everyone was proud of all of them, proud of them. And the music is getting a lot of attention and excitement. You have a wonderful strings. Is it strings? Yeah, so there's a lot of pride in the entire community. It just comes out. And there's also, everyone knows we're good. And so we're good. And so we're buying. But you can be better and you should be the best. And there's that strive to be the best in all. And there's no reason why you aren't or couldn't be. Or aren't already. So you triangulate and you look at my themes, I compare it to Frank, his consistency certainly results, and then I look at the ISLIC standards, the Interstate School Leaders Licensure Consortium. They have all tenets of good leadership, and the people have spoken is very closely aligned with ISLIC. All that's in the California package. What I then did, tell me if I'm thinking too long. I have comments that I put with each group if you want to do individualized comments. Okay. All right. Guys, you heard the president. So under the personal attributes, people talk, and again, their descriptors were be able to build trust within and among all constituents, be able to work with all the labor groups. Your labor group is amazing. I believe, I don't know, 45 years?
Oh, a lot of you.
Like 45 years, or your labor president, like unbelievable. And I don't believe you had a grievance. And that's just unreal. Something I've never experienced.
I was lucky.
You too?
One grievance.
Show us. No, I know Frank's good. He's very good. Humanistic, ethical, genuine appreciation of education. Your teachers are loved you. They go and they work hard for the kids. It's good. And the people want them to be uplifted and respected. And they are, but they're going to keep it that way. Be professional and compassionate and celebrate that in others. And use a good comment. Celebrate what is good and it puts people in the right direction. A visible and approachable leader. Recruit, employ, retain effective and diverse personnel throughout the school district. And they'll come up here as well too. These are focus on that you have relatively young administrators. You need somebody that's going to champion them, mentor them, teach them, mold them. It was a great opportunity to make a difference here. Some of the comments under communicator. Listening was huge. Listen, hear us, seek our input, ask us questions, give us surveys. There's people that come with you, talk to them, and ask what they feel, what they think. They're ready to go. They want to have various insights. Have a genuine interest in what people have to say, even when it's contrary to what you feel. Like, again, that's a hard thing to do, but it's important. A good communicator, oral and written, your confidence to respond to well-informed parents and community members. And foster a positive professional climate of mutual trust and respect among faculty, staff, and administrators. That came across when Frank and I spoke to non-aligned workers, I think, the cafeteria, your custodial union, they were your most dedicated employees. And they had so many good things to say about the district. The cafeteria woman, not only did her daughter graduate the school, I think her daughter was a math teacher here. Cafeteria woman. Yeah, this just huge connection from everybody. Everyone just feels respected, appreciated. We talked about how Dan Thomas would speak to them, ask them how they do, know about their families. So they have that expectation of that human touch. Under strategic leaders, some of the comments, governance leaders, someone who will work well and provide leadership to the board, a problem solver, someone who can anticipate issues and address them before they become problems, a strong manager and motivator to lead the instructional. It's going to sound, I don't want this to sound negative in any way. I feel like this was a comment, but this is a deep dive in academics. People are proud of being academic people, and they expect that from the next superintendent. They're first and foremost a strong instructional leader. Actively seeks and values stakeholder input, empowers administrators with a management style that includes two-way communications, a leader who's tech savvy and can advance the use of technology within schools. And then educational philosophy. Anticipate the issues, be able to create team building, utilize the team and your resources, collaborative decision making on all levels, educational leader with a proven track record of being a math teacher, get out in front of issues, good people skills, pro special education, general trust and comfort level with all abilities, to be able to deal with the changing populations, the growing number of bilingual students, and the growing number of Title I students, someone who will communicate rationale behind decisions, someone who will deliver bad news personally, admit mistakes, be the final decision when needed, have the courage to get in the middle and bring unity, demonstrate a deep understanding of educational research and emerging best practices and implement strategies. I think we got a nice, rich description for each meeting. With that, I took a shot and put together a profile, and then we can work with this profile, and we can probably move into doing an ad and get moving and get it going. Any questions before you start looking at it? Anything you want to ask me, something I said that
I like just what you said, how Dan does a great job with this. He's a human being with everyone. He has a personal touch. I think that's the strong character. You want to treat everybody the same, regardless of their station. And I think that's important. When you said that, that really did kind of describe how he is as a person. That's pretty important.
I have to say, I wasn't surprised at all by the survey results. None of it, it's just exactly what I figured would be important for them.
And the alignment, active survey, and the table report with the lens of leadership. Sometimes you really don't get, and sometimes they blend in a really negative way. If one of you, my experience,
I think that's, I agree with Judy with it. I'm like, all right, you know, that's the way it came out. And
shocking that the way you're talking is, you know, some districts aren't that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some really
It's a
are.
fair thing. It's
And
hard to
it's,
have
you know.
perspective when you're in paradise, it's hard to know, there's not experiences.
Yeah, I don't know about paradise, but, you know, it does snow here.
Well, in comparison, this is unbelievable. When I heard what about a grievance,
One thing to-
Luck has nothing. No, I think it's just.
Luck has nothing.
I think the community is involved. The community is informed. And the board works well with groups. Establish on the horizon of the relationship with community and I know our board is trying to continue that same trend and hopefully next board will continue that same trend and we're going to come on with that. Obviously, never going to be in full agreement on all issues. And probably the biggest challenge, probably for any year today, is getting to relate to people talking. And people go with that and have the ability to use that.
You mentioned something about academics, the arts, and sports. Now, is that a question that you got from the community, or how did you come up with that?
comments from the community.
Okay. Good, because I think that's what we all strive to do, especially with capital projects. What I got, right?
If you go look for real estate and you list the rent, you see socialism trying to popular and so. So when you think the whole picture, goes through so much. Yeah. So people want to see academics as good as the athletics. And again, it's the little movement, not a lot. And you have such great art, people like to be well-rounded and you can get people moving. When they come back, everybody comes back.
I did, I graduated. You did, you did. You use my teacher. That's all that teacher out there, that's it.
Did you recognize some of someone who was direct?
No, I think the community is. So here's the big question. How do we take all that and condense it down towards that? And I think,
And words or less.
I think we did talk about this previously. Maureen's been working on this, as far as the idea for the board is to have the ad, have the link in the ad to our website. On the website, we'll have a further description. We'll have the video. And we'll have the digital brochure too. The digital brochure, Christina's now downloading so she gets it there. So all that will be in the link to the website for the community.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can give this to Martha. Martha, we're gonna try to email this to you.
Yes, I'm getting everything.
Everything so far? Check your email, we're gonna send you some more stuff.
She can see it.
Oh, she can see it?
There you go.
Okay, great, she can see it.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm talking myself.
I mean, just to get us going, not to say you can copy anything, and then I don't mean it that way, but it is a very daunting task, and then wonder how you put it together. Well, I drafted a profile to go through for you, and if it fits, if you want to wordsmith, that's what we're doing now. And then I did draft an ad that you could use again. The draft, it's just to get us working, it's a work session.
The question is question I have is probably put a little bit more detail like in there, including everything.
Yes.
Right? Just send the resume and cover letter.
Great question. So what we like to do, Frank and I, we like to get things, not all at once. Because some people get immobilized, and like, where am I gonna get 3 letters of recommendation? Where am I gonna get my transfer? Oh, I don't have that. Let us get the resume and you'll get everything as it comes in. The more serious they get, you're gonna get tons of information. Writing samples, evaluations they've done, good evaluations, negative evaluations. You're gonna get more than you need. But we know how to get it moving.
We'll make that list a little bit more detail. Any other ideas?
Is there another email? Is there another email address?
You do, you know.
Yeah, I think have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Put that, yeah, we'll put that one.
Yeah, we'll put that.
Yours is long.
I think the both will be, what was the other motion?
So start with Goshen, I don't remember.
Yeah, we got it. We got the email. We got those stuff email. We have that. Put that in there. Yeah, this is on there.
Did I send you a copy of this? And you can copy it?
I did.
Let me get ready. Do you have a paper copy of it?
I do.
Is it? So, when you use these?
Yeah.
So, advertise, sources and stuff. We're looking at, I think, every week.
Yeah, we'll go through this with you and talk about it. You want us to do that now? You send Maureen, right?
Yeah.
Maureen? You send her, you send me. Thank you, what's that?
Yeah, well, going from the top and, again, there's variance from district to district. I mean, there are districts that really do like some of the more traditional sources, and others that concentrate strictly electronic. And I always say, it's good to balance what you spend versus what you spend for an ad in time. So EdWeek is $1,295, but it's kind of a standard. We're interested in hitting a whole lot of people with something that many people need, not just superintendents. EdWeek is AASA is another good spot. And you know, it's a business, you have to remember, so when you call up or the personnel representative, calls up about it, you can ask about it, if there is people who go. Indeed, I can just say that I've become, over the last 5 years, I've become a believer. an absolute waste. And whether it's hiring the difficult civics teacher or superintendent or any other employee, Indeed seems to do it.
They're looking for anything now.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, they do badger you with it. Okay, there are a lot of people working from home on this, another time on it. They do badger you in terms of, can we help, can we do this better? Get past that, but they're going to generate some people. Mike, your thoughts on the NA?
Going to New York, then I would,
Yeah, I would say that. We had a choose.
like you're gonna do both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. If you can see a way to do that, that would probably.
In all of the other state associations, do them because they're free. And if they're not free, you don't submit, but they're free. I know New Jersey for a fact is free. You can just advertise, put it on tomorrow. It'll be on the New Jersey website, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont. I would reach out, it couldn't hurt.
The top two, or one of the top two, or one? And we can say that they like them both.
And again, I've never calculated like other people's money.
Oh, yeah.
But I would say at 1295 and 700.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I think it's worth.
Okay. Those two, there's Nycross. And Indeed, yeah.
And indeed, yeah.
That's funny. That's how we're doing all of them. And then if we get to 3 other states, they all spend their money on it. Yeah.
Now resumes, respectfully, resumes are coming on OLA.
We're not-
Slide as to how to.
If for some reason one were to come in here, the person will be up.
Keep it here.
Yep.
Yeah, because it needs, the process needs to be pure and transparent.
Yeah, I think it's very important with sentiment, that the anonymity of every candidate has to really be held in the highest regard. We'll only lose people if things get out there, and, just we'll trust the process. If we do that, we'll have great candidates who will choose.
Yeah.
That way, and then hopefully the team will take all the data by tomorrow morning.
That would be one.
Okay? Get that set up. And then once we add, once Christina can take our data, and we can use the list of stuff, and we add, and put that in the digital bookstore. Okay?
Yeah, she'll take a lot of, from that 1 to 4 page, and the items under each. I'll add it to the brochure. that you can-
Okay. And that's what we can do for our link. We'll do the video, I think it's- Other resume right for now, we got to take that up.
We're a week ahead of schedule. We just moved up a week, because next week we were doing what we did for now. So we're a week ahead.
We have the advantage of time.
I think before I did, Jason, everybody, you know, was it 6 months? They want to give usually.
I think we're paying 6 months. We don't know. You don't want to spot, sure. Somebody else get there, notice.
Right.
We've got a competition out there already, but I think we're out there. Any other questions? Comments? I think we're good. Guys, thanks, John. We really appreciate you coming out. And thank you for all your good work. And look forward to outside of that.
Let me say, you're a pleasure to deal with. This is a pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you.
I like what you said. That's why we voted present.
I think I just need a motion to close. A motion to close meeting? Jeremy? Mike? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting is closed. We thank everybody for viewing. Good night. Good night, Martha.